So stop eating all that steak and eat some soy, white boy. The science is in. White people food is killing the planet. Just when you thought you heard it all, the scientific community has determined white American food choices help cause climate change.
It's very clear that whites are responsible for the majority of greenhouse gases emitted as a result of their food choices.
Researchers write. SJW researchers write. Talk about flagellation legislation. Are they trying to suggest that white people pass more gas than other races? Let me guess, fart privilege? Just saying.
A just published study finds that more greenhouse gases are emitted during the typical diet of a white American than that of a Hispanic or African American. How appropriate. We turn racial issues into a food fight.
Food fight!
A research team from the University of Chicago, Illinois reports, while the differences may not be enormous, it's very clear that whites are responsible for the majority of greenhouse gases emitted as a result of their food choices. Wow, you mean like the globalized industrial food complex? If everyone in the world went on this ideal vegan diet that leftists are pushing, it would require a multinational shipping effort from the farthest reaches of the earth for everyone to just have their groceries on their table. You don't think that's going to cause climate change, do you? Just pause for a moment and reflect upon the irony of that fact. The researchers focused on foods that are considered environmentally intense, in that they require more water, land, or energy to produce and thus contribute more greenhouse gases to the environment. Ironically, they indirectly point to the industrial farming practices as the problem, yet they directly blame the people who, in my opinion, are victims of Big Agra's impact on the environment. Family farms, local food markets, etc. America traditionally was a major agricultural producer, at one time being the world's largest supplier of food. The number of small family-operated farms that have given way to industrial mega-farms is the problem, not white food. This is what's negatively impacting the earth, not these people. Give me a break.
Jokes about white people's love for Wonder Bread turn out to be entirely appropriate.
Racial jokes are okay against whites since their diet is among the #1 causes of climate change. Who's buying this? Actually, now that I think about it, who's paying for this? Oh, what do you know? Bayer Monsanto helped fund this study. What a surprise! Classic Hegelian dialectic. Monsanto is literally creating the problem they're offering to fix at the expense of not just white people, but everyone. The study states, we find that identifying and developing leaders who possess the cognitive and interpersonal capacity to manage many variables is key to assessing and selecting adaptation options in the planning phase. In other words, they need another handful of Jonathan Grubers to sell this bullshit idea. Remember him?
We also propose using government programming to encourage environmentally friendly food purchasing behavior.
You don't think AOC is one of their BS artists, do you?
Is really about the fact that we need to innovate on our technology. You know, obviously, like I had a staffer, release a document that talked about cow flatulence, but
which is an issue. I just want to say, it sounds ridiculous, but it literally is an issue.
But it actually is an issue.
Then we discuss how our proposals could be used in adaptation, feasibility, and evaluation activities in the managing phase to facilitate the development of improved climate change adaptation and policy, by establishing a cross-disciplinary methodological approach to addressing socio-ecological problems.
What is this pompous bullshit that these SJWs write? Oh my gosh, this is what happens when people cheat their way into university.
We will have to mobilize our entire economy around saving ourselves and taking care of this planet.
Okay, I get it. They want to take a bunch of issues that on the surface look innocent and unrelated, but in fact are part of a complex agenda to control every aspect of human life, including what you eat. So, what kind of diet do these control freaks want us to have? Adopting more plant-based diets for ourselves could reduce the greenhouse gas emissions of the food system by more than half. A mainly plant-based diet could also reduce other environmental impacts. Ah yes, the prison food diet, known as kongbap. This dish is so notorious in the Korean prison system that the phrase meaning to eat kongbap translates colloquially as to be imprisoned. But let's not stop there. This obviously is a push towards veganism as a global diet. And no, soy sausage, faux turkey, tofurkey, and Soylent Green do not count as meat.
Professor Ikeda has invented the first steaks based on proteins from human excrement. Professor Ikeda believes the main problem is the psychological barrier.
That isn't meat, and I'm not eating it. Why do vegans who hate the idea of consuming meat mold their soy into imitation meat? They could mold it into virtually anything, but they mold it into meat. It's because we are supposed to eat meat as humans. There's now a large ex-vegan movement on the internet after many of these vegan trendies are discovering that they're suffering from malnourishment and major health problems because of their vegan diet. Many of them now are switching back to consuming meat and dairy products and finding that it is a necessary component to human health. Some of these vegans have lost teeth, have had organ failure, thyroid failure, and many severe malnourishment problems from switching to veganism, because there are simply things found in animal products that you cannot get from a vegan diet.
Livestock accounts for a little over 14% of global greenhouse gas emissions. It's about equal to transportation. We're talking all the cars, trucks, planes, trains, and ships on the planet combined. Ruminant animals like cows and sheep, they're just gassy. And the methane they produce is at least 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Plus, it takes a lot of land, fertilizer, and about 1 billion tons of grain to feed all that livestock.
And you could feed 3.5 billion people with that grain.
Wow, what a business model, Monsanto. Cut out the ranchers and the cows and just directly feed people your GMO grains.
The US actually has one of the highest meat footprints per capita. Vegan is the way to go for the least impact on the planet.
A diet that people will find out the hard way is bad for their health, thus requiring them to take more of Big Pharma's pills. I wonder if Big Pharma's in on this deal. Then when we all complain, the globalists will just offer us shit burgers.
Fuel your body with Carnivore, the new digestive enzyme product by InfoWars Life. Digestive enzymes assist in the digestion process and increase the bioavailability of nutrients by breaking down foods into easily absorbable components. They also help prevent discomfort from indigestion caused by fermentation of undigested food particles in the gut. Digestive enzyme production declines as we age. Carnivore is filled with digestive enzymes like those naturally present in the body. Enjoy the full potential of protein-rich foods again. You can eat protein-heavy foods now while minimizing the later indigestion and discomfort commonly associated with high-meat diets. Just one pill with every high-protein meal helps increase the bioavailability and absorption of amino acids, the building blocks to your muscles. Carnivore also contains digestive enzymes to help digest fats and carbohydrates so you can fully digest all types of meals. Don't let a meal go to waste. Use Carnivore by InfoWars Life. Head to InfoWarsLife.com and secure your bottle now. That's InfoWarsLife.com.